Hey, what's up guys, the Explanation Pro is here. Today, I'll explain a horror movie, Trophy Heads. Spoilers incoming! The movie starts with a woman pleading for help, an old lady with a crooked teeth holding a video cam to film her, and a man wearing an alien mask. The man has a khopesh, an ancient Egyptian curved short sword, typically made out of bronze or iron. The woman is crying and begging for them to stop, because this is not even a scene in the movie. Notwithstanding, the two do not seem to care. They are rather creepily smiling at each other. In just a snap of the sharp blade, the lady loses her head. It rolls down on the ground, bloody and lifeless. The man removes his mask, then looks at the head with satisfaction written all over his face. The deranged man's name is Max. Him together, his mom is busy trying to recreate the original scenes from a horror movie, Scream Queens. They are obsessed with. Max explains to her that what he's doing is not a recreation, but a reimagination, and it is an art in its respective form. His place is a whole mess. One does not have to be a smart person to feel suspicious about the dingy place. He has more than 3 televisions playing the same movie in the background. Max is talking with the detached head of the woman he just killed moments ago. He can hear her talk in his mind. It is complaining about her eyes, which Max is experimenting with, alongside his collection of eyes beside him. Max then displays the frame head on his wall, kissing it goodbye. 3 months prior to that, Max can be seen sitting comfortably on a sofa while watching the same movie. He is unhappy about the actresses of his favorite series getting older. He is scared that the characters and the stories is being forgotten. For him, the series matters the most. It is special to him, and it is all that he has. With this in mind, he comes to an idea that he must create something tremendous. His mom is persuading him to do whatever he wants because she believes that his son is meant for great things. Max cannot take the discontentment anymore. He goes to his collection of CDs to grab his favorite movies. An order arrives in their mail. Max is preoccupied welding something in the garage when his mom brings him his order. He asks his mom a favor, which she undoubtedly accepts. This time, he already has a list of locations where he can kidnap the actresses of the movie he is addicted to. The next morning, he accompanies his mom to a massage therapist, Brink Stevens. He is filming her as she walks through the door, and inside the room where the woman is being massaged, he tasers the therapist and she blacks out right this instant. Linnea Kegley is his next target. She is an old woman now and an active born-again missionary. She is knocking from door to spread the teachings of God. However, while walking on a sidewalk, she meets Max, and without wasting any time, he tasers her, then loads her to his van. Back at home, Brink and Linnea, as well as Brink's client, Julia, who gets involved, are all locked up in bars at Max's place. Brink and Leia are surprised to see themselves wearing the same outfit they used to wear in the movie. Well, Julia is not wearing anything at all. She seems fine and unbothered, nevertheless. In front of them is a television playing their movie, and 2 video cameras recording their every move. They are watching it when Max's mom enters and gives them food and water. Julia protests that she is vegan and can't eat meat, but nobody listens to her. They continue watching the movie. This is the scene leading to when Brink is going to die because of a man in an alien mask. While in the middle of it, the light goes off. When Brink gains consciousness, she finds herself tied up in a chair with Max in front of her, pointing at the direction of the wall with another actress's decapitated head. She starts wailing and getting out of control. Max covers her head with a cloth, like what happened in the movie, then brings her out. Brink is now tethered to a tree again, respectively like that in the film. She runs away when Max cuts her free, yet still hunting her with a crossbow and filming the scene. She stops running, then attempts to knock some senses into him. What he is doing does not make any sense at all. They are not in the movie. Max shows her no pity, but amusement instead. He shots her at the back, making her unconscious. It is the present time. Linnea and Julia have no idea what happened to Brink. While they are talking and squabbling over their beliefs on religion, Max is hanging his new masterpiece on the wall. His mom looks uneasy about the sight of heads on the wall, yet she remains silent. She tries to smile and compliments her son's craft. Max can hear the 2 heads talking, and he is also having a conversation with them. The next day, Max and her mom with her video camera go to a beach to meet Michelle Bauer. She's managing a small fruity juice bar. Same old technique. Max uses the taser and brings her in the cell with the others. The only thing that is quite unfeasible is the fact that he can get away with everything without getting noticed. They were at the beach when she kidnapped Michelle. There were tons of people, so how come they weren't caught? Besides, Linnea and Julia have been missing for more than 24 hours now. This is supposed to alarm their loved ones to report them to the authorities. Nonetheless, they are now helplessly stuck at Max's place, at the crazy man's lair, his dungeon. Julia is trying to explain that the movie star is being hunted one by Max, who tasers them until they pass out. Michelle notices that what she is wearing is different from the movie. Linnea elaborates that Max and his mom are taking a permissive interpretation of the source material. He kills them the way they are killed in the movie. At the very moment, Linnea disappears. She comes into sight, tied in a chair, exactly like Brink. Max, in a wolf mask, shows her the heads of the previous victims. Linnea shivers in fear. He is forcing her to say her lines and scenes, but she keeps refusing. She wants to get killed rather than to play. Max does not seem very happy about what she said. He is holding her captive and aiming to dump her head in a bucket of water. Linnea is strong and does not want to change her mind. Max exhibits to his new resort, Julia. Julia is lying on a long table with Max's mom ready to pour boiling hot oil. As a challenge, Max gives her a choice to find Julia in a very dark room until the 8-minute timer goes off. She is holding a flashlight while trying her best to find her. This is not easy, for Max is appearing out of nowhere, scratching her face. When the timer goes off, someone in a wolf mask appears ahead of her. She follows her instinct and smashes the hell out of that person. Not a single whim can be heard from the target. As if on cue, Max and his mom emerges and cuts her head off. It is Julia who Linnea killed. Max feels joyful upon adding Linnea's head in his collection. His plan is going well, so it is probably the time to hunt another again. At an audition for the role of a mom in her 30s, can Max find his next prey? Jacqueline Lovell and Denise Duff's career is slowly hitting rock bottom. From a successful series in the 90s turned into a rare and old role in the present. This is the fate of the renowned celebrities who lost their spark once they get older in showbiz industry. At the end of the day, it is always the young talent who is going to make it. Max is aware about this, so he is planning to hit two birds with one stone this time by plotting an audition where these two will be invited. Little do they know that this will lead to their doom. Denise is one of the first who arrives at the audition. Max's mom is there assisting them and letting them know that it is an impromptu audition. The suspicious location and the actuality of the place being empty is something already suspicious. However, desperate times calls for desperate measures indeed, since the two actresses took the bait. Michelle, Jacqueline, and Dorsey meet each other in the cell. Michelle is trying to explain what's going on and that they get abducted by a killer who records his killings, similar to Scream Queens. The two women cannot seem to understand the weight of the situation because they are not having a heated conversation while watching themselves in the television. The light turns off. This represents another life being put into danger. Michelle wakes up in the middle of nowhere. While this is happening, Jacqueline is striving to escape. She grabs the metal pail for call of nature purposes. She bangs it on the other bars, then unfastens the pale wire handle to unlock the chain. Jacqueline and Denise succeed, but they have one more dilemma. The door is locked and there is no way out unless they cross the ventilation system window of the house. Meanwhile, Michelle is being toyed with as Max's mom throws bowling balls at her as if she is the pin in an alley. When she gets hit hard and collapses on the floor, Max walks towards her and smashes her head. Max is watching the film while talking to imaginary voices in his head. This time, Denise and Jacqueline reaches the dead end. Besides, Max already knows that they are trying to escape, so he orders his mom to get ready for the next plan. Jacqueline falls there. She is knocked out dead by Max's mom in a nun's costume. Elsewhere, Denise also experiences the same fall, but this time, she meets Max with its taser and scary mask. Jacqueline awakes with her hands tied up in a piece of wood. Max's mom is in front of her. She is not Lois Lane, because she will never let herself get killed this way. With all the force she could muster, she moves around trying to untie her hand. This distracts Max's mom. She grabs the chance to headbutt her and release herself. Before leaving, she makes sure the old lady is unconscious by furiously pounding a plank of wood on her face. Denise wakes up with fangs on. A coffin is present in front of her very eyes. It is sinking to her that this is a replication of her scene in the movie. Max slowly comes out of the coffin, but Jacqueline appears and uses the same wood to hurt Max. Denise takes a breath of relief after seeing her friend. Jacqueline immediately comes to the rescue to unhitch her. This could have been the perfect timing to run away if she makes sure Max's mom is completely unconscious when she leaves her. This gives her a way to assault her. She opens the coffin so Max can get out. The mother and her son put an end to her life. The movie ends with Max adoring and talking to his collection. They are now complete, and he cannot be any happier. His plan works out thanks to his mom who always got his back no matter what he does. His mom comes in his room from the kitchen with its kind eyes every time she is talking to his son as if he were a 10-year-old kid who always needs her. She says that she bakes some brownies, then asks him if she wants it with nuts or no nuts. Max simply replies, nuts, as always. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.